This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk here inside the West Gym with UNI head softball coach Ryan Jacobs. The Panthers just keep on winning, Coach. You're right at the top of the conference standings, competing for the regular season crown. April's been a good month for your squad. You feel like you're playing your best softball this time of year, or how's that improvement with this young team going?
Well, I think the big thing is we're at home. I think that was a burst of energy for us, for all of us to kind of get off that 5 weeks in a row on the road and to get back home and kind of get a little bit of a normal schedule going and just to get good night's sleeps in our own bed. I mean, I think that's a big thing. But then the energy that our fans have been bringing to the ballpark. I know we don't get thousands of people that come out, but the ones that do, they give our team a lot of energy, and I think it showed in this 10-game homestand. Talk
about with that young team, so many freshmen, so many underclassmen. You're gone for 5 weeks, and now especially helping the younger kids make that adjustment to Division I softball.
Yeah, you know, like I say every year, the freshmen learn every day. Like there isn't a day that goes by where they're not learning something. So, you know, to get a little bit more of a comfortable feel in that environment where you're learning something every day, it's helped them a lot along their way. And you know, when you're on the road and you're already away from home and you got studies with stress and stuff like that, you know, it makes it tough. So it's always nice to get back home and it kind of refreshes our team for the final stretch of the year.
So in this big run, all these victories you're putting together in conference play, it seems like about every game it's someone different stepping up, being the hero with the walk-off hit or delivering a no-hitter or making the big play. How important is that to have that depth and consistency that you never know who's going to step up on each given game day?
You really don't. And from a coach's standpoint, that's hard. That's really hard because you don't know who to put in those spots.
Sure.
But from a team standpoint, it's great. You know, there's not one or two people that, you know, feel the pressure of I've got to come through for us, and they know that they can all do it. And you know, it's just one of those things where we talk about it all the time. You got to let the game come to you. If you're always trying to chase the game, it will just eat you alive, trying to make things happen. You just got to be ready. Be confident in your abilities, have a good process that you're working, and then when the game does show up and it's in your lap, you can take care of business and not have to go try to make things happen all the time. And you know, it's been a good example of that throughout our season where it really has been somebody new each week.
Talk about just how contagious that hitting has been on some games with the top of the order is getting those hits and everyone's able to step up to the plate.
Yeah, you know, this year has been a lot different than in years past, where by this time of the year we've pretty much got a pretty solid lineup. We know what we're going to do. We know what's best for the team and things like that. And this year we've been kind of moving people around, and it's not that they have been doing a bad job, but we're just trying to find that right mix of making sure that some of our better hitters are protected enough, making sure that the opposing pitcher can't just get comfortable in there. I think that's helped us this year with the left-right lineup, and having the ability to do that, which we haven't had in the past, I think has really helped our offense by making the other pitcher uncomfortable. She just can't sit on one side of the plate and do good, you know, on one side of the plate and be effective against all righties or, you know, 4 lefties in a row. We keep her bouncing back and forth, and I think that's helped our offense a lot.
Coming up later in this segment, we have a feature on Alyssa Buchanan and just talk about the way she has provided a spark for this team as a senior leader.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's always game 2 in the league is tough. That's the pivotal game, and she's done a fantastic job for us in game 2. You know, and just really set the tone for our team and helped us on the weekends where either we needed to get that game so that we could get the series win on Sunday, or she solidified the series victory already in game 2, and it's just been phenomenal to have.
We'll be back with that story on Alyssa Buchanan right after this here on Panther Sports Talk.